What's up, everyone? And as you know, we got the summer DLC coming out here in just around a week or so. And this video is going to be predicting cars that I could see coming out with this new update. Also, some of these cars are just vehicles that I might just be kind of wanting, and not as much as just a prediction, but cars that I also just want in the game. Some of these cars have been probably seen in other people's videos, so I try to keep some collection of these vehicles, cars that I have thought of myself in my own actual personal predictions. But you will see some cars that you might have seen other people also say that could be added to the game. Let's go ahead and get on and start with the supercars. Alright, so first up I got the Mclaren Speedtail, and I think it's just time for a new Mclaren. The last one that was dropped was the Emirates with the original casino update back in 2019. So I think it's just overall time for a new McLaren. In real life, this is a one-seated car, but I think they'll just put, available to where you have two people in it, because one-seated supercars, there's only one in the game, and I don't think I've seen anybody ever drive it, and it's not that interesting. And then next up, I've got the Lotus Avaya. This is a electric car, which is also a supercar, hypercar, and this would probably be kind of similar like how the Cyclone is, probably handle the same and drive the same, and they could really just make it a very similar car to that. But I think it'd be cool to add this car just because the looks of it I think are actually very nice, and I think it's kind of a unique design compared to other supercars in the game. And my last supercar is the Connoisseur Gamera. This is a four-door supercar, as you can see there in the cabin. I think the doors going up like that. I can't remember the exact name of them, but if it was like that in GTA, that'd be pretty cool. And it'd just be the first four-door supercar, which is something that we don't have yet. And I think it could really fit with this upcoming update, considering that's just an overall theme to GTA. Starting off with the sports, I've got this brand new car that was released by Hyundai, which is called the Vision 74. This is a hybrid electric and hydrogen powered vehicle, and it's kind of just right now it's not a real car, it's just a concept by Hyundai, but this is just kind of a car that I think it kind of already looks like a GTA car, and it would fit very well into the game, and just looks kind of futuristic and retro and kind of cool. And another car that also was released by Hyundai is this called the RN22E, and this is a electric car, which these both have around 600 horsepower plus or something like that. I think this one here on the screen is 500 or something, and the other one's got 600 and something. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I feel like this would be pretty cool. I don't know if they're going to be actually adding them because they just don't. They were just released about a few days ago, 3 or 2 days ago. So I really doubt this guy's going to be the first one to say it. And then next up, I've got the Nsx, which has been a car that many people have been wanting for a very long time, and that's because it's just a very well-known car. And the Acura Nsx, we have the Jester, we have the newer version of the Nsx, and we don't have the new one, we don't have the old one, and so just so many people have been wanting this thing for years now that it's time to finally add it in, and they missed it big time with the Tuners DLC. That's when they should have been adding it in, but that's alright. So I'm hoping that we can finally get it with this current DLC coming up. Here's another one that many people have been saying for a while now, and this is the brand new Nissan Z. This is the upgrade version of the 350 and 370Z, and it's been just released by Nissan for about a full year now. People were wanting it last update, and maybe the update before that. I'm not too sure if it was released by then, but I know very many people have been wanting this thing, and I decided to throw it on my list here too because I think it's very likely this update. Next, I got the BMW M3, because with the Tuners DLC they add the Cypher, and I think they should just add these more M cars, and I'm not sure exactly which body design they would go with the M3, rather it being the brand new one with the four-door design like this here, or the E46, which I've got pictured here, and this could also fit very well too. Maybe they could add both, I'm not exactly sure, but I think and the new M car, maybe even the M8 would be good, but I decided to show the M3 with this video, so I think that could fit into the game pretty well. And next up, I got the brand new GR Corolla. This is a car by Toyota. It's a four-door hatchback, as you can see here. And in real life, this thing has 300 horsepower with 3 cylinders, so that's very interesting. And I think there could definitely be some nice modifications to this thing, like fenders, bumpers, hood design, the roof spoilers. It would all be very interesting to mod out and customize. And I think it'd be cool to add in to the game. Alright, so for a compact car, it probably would be tossed into the sports car class, but I've got the Miata here. This is another one of the vehicles that many people have been saying for years that they wanted to add to the game. And I think they should have added it with the Tuners DLC, but it's fine. They can add it with this one, or hopefully here soon, maybe the next update, but I think there's a very good high odds of this car being added finally. And I don't know which model they'd go for. Probably this one, the first generation, the NA Miata. and I think it's fun. Alright, and then for sports classics, I threw in one car here too, which is the Porsche 944, 9F or 944, depending on how you call it. And I know this car is from like the 80s, so it's not a super old car, because most sports classics in GTA are from like the 60s, 70s, 50s, and beyond, older than that. And so this one is going to be able to fit in there pretty well. Maybe. They might just toss into sports cars, but I hope they put in sports classics. And then for my next class of cars, I've got the coupes. And this here is a Honda Prelude. I'm not sure which generation they'd go for, either this one or the year priors to this one. I prefer this body style to it. I like this front end a lot more, the kind of squarish headlights. And I think this would be kind of like how the Previon is that was added with Tuner's DLC. I think it would be very similar to that car, and it would be fun to mod out and make a very nice, simple, and clean build on this type of car, because that's how they are in real life. They're not that fast of a car, they're just more clean. And then for SUVs, I decided to toss in the Jeep Trackhawk. Many people have been saying this for, a year or two now. This is, I think, like the fourth time I've ever featured in one of these videos of mine. And so I think it's highly likely again this update, and I hope we can finally see it. And then my last car I've got is the 6th generation Camaro ZL1. And people have been saying this thing for, probably the longest out of any vehicle on this list, and that I could ever even put onto this list. And it's so long overdue, and it's about time we get it, because it really just finish off that American trio of cars. We already got the Challenger, we've already got the Mustang, and now we just need the Camaro. So those are my predictions for this video. Hopefully we can see 1 or 2 vehicles from this list being tossed in, maybe even 3 or 4 if I'm lucky. Last video that I made for the contract DLC, I actually suggested that the Countach was going to be added in the update. It wasn't. It's actually added into this upcoming update, so I guess I kind of got that one right last time. Not really. But I really only had like 1 or 2 cars get correct last time I did one of these videos, so I guess we'll just have to wait till the update comes out to find out how correct these are, how wrong they are. But that is my video, so if you guys got any opinions about what I picked, and if you have any of your own personal picks, drop it down below in the comments. But this has been my video on predictions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.